Okay, so the next principle that we're going to discuss or review is pattern. Pattern, the definition of pattern is a design that is made of regularly repeated elements, okay? So you can make a pattern using any of the elements of art. Again, visiting the elements package just quickly, okay? We can make a pattern using lines, using shapes. We can make a pattern using colors, values. We can make a pattern using different textures. We can make a pattern using different space, larger spaces or no spaces at all, okay? And in terms of positive and negative space, okay? So the first time you ever made a pattern was probably in kindergarten or grade 1 when the teacher gave you a big box of colored blocks that you snapped together, right? She might have said, take a block, and maybe you took the pink block, okay? And then she said, can you attach another color to it, okay? And you snapped on a white block, okay? And then you snapped on a blue block, okay? And now she said, can you repeat that, okay? So then you took a pink block and you added it on. And then you found the white block and you added it on. And then you found the blue block and then you added it on. Okay? And as you continue to do this, what you were doing for the first time in your life was you were creating a pattern. You made up a design using different colors and you repeated it over and over and over again. This is how we define pattern. It's something visual that's repeated over and over and over again regularly. Patterns exist on fabric oftentimes. Some of us have really nice school bags I can see with patterns from where I'm sitting. Some of you might have a sweater at home or a bed sheets at home with an interesting pattern on them. Maybe a pillow or a curtain in your living room has an interesting pattern on it, okay? Patterns are used to make, again, surfaces more interesting. And they're basically when you have a design or a picture even. It could be simple pattern or it could be an elaborate pattern of like a beautiful picture of flowers repeated over and over and over again. The idea though is that there's repetition. Okay, so what I want you to do in this space, and I want you to come up with several patterns, okay? So you if you did already, you're fine. If you want to go ahead and add some patterns in here, you can. You can even do several different patterns. I'm going to divide this into 3 sections, okay? And maybe I'll come up with 3 different patterns using different elements. Let's do one with just lines, okay? Maybe an interesting pattern with just line. Okay, and now I'm just going to have to make sure I'm repeating it. And so on. Okay, here's a really simple pattern using just lines. I could make another one using colors and actual pictures, okay? For instance, I could do a pattern with cherries. And I could color them in. There's an interesting cherry pattern. Again, you can get it as complex or as simple as you want. The idea is that you're repeating whatever it is. So this one is made up of lines, of shapes and colors. This one is just lines. I could make something else up, a combination of things. Okay, so maybe some stripes followed by circles. Okay? Maybe I want to play around with value here. Maybe every other circle here is going to be dark. Okay. So in all cases, I've created an interesting pattern by repeating something over and over again. So you come up with your own.